I remember coming home, the bottle's sitting on the table. It's like, what the is this? Is this speed? What the are you doing? I'm
Dude,
like,
because
bro, this is.
I'm shoeless and sockless. This is the Scheuneman Show. We're here with Marquise. He didn't quit.
I got mushrooms on my shirt.
Mushrooms, all types of psychedelics. Thank you for tuning in to this morning's broadcast. We're here to discuss everything from crazy stories from our childhood, the lost submarine in the ocean. DJ Khaled cannot pronounce words.
It's also 80 degrees outside.
It's very hot. If only we had a freaking extension cord and we could just rip this whole setup and go on outside right in the sun. But I'd be baking.
I think I have an idea next time.
I would be sweating. What's your idea? Spit it out.
I do have like a long ass extension cord. We have one that's plugged up over here that we use a little bit.
I mean, we do have extension cords. I don't even know what I was saying. Like, we could get it done. We should do it sometime.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I mean, dude, I'm looking forward to it.
Imagine if we did it in the Porsche.
Oh, dude, like a car podcast. That would be nice. Like, we just sit in the back seat. We need to just start getting back into that like adventurous way of doing it, like where we just do it at random spots.
What? The mall. We had the green room. Did we ever do outside?
No, we haven't done outside yet. We did them, like you said, we did the mall. Oh, we've done it at Cole's house. Mm-hmm. That was fun. We did it in the living room. Yeah, sounds like we're talking about where we're having sex. Like, we smashed in the back. We smashed.
Yeah, on the ceiling.
I swear I'm missing someplace. Oh, and we did it on the green couch. We've done two different locations in the living room. But they don't care about that.
Speaking of the green couch, did you guys see that damn sweet ass picture that was hanging up?
Oh, dude, that I always look at that picture and I'm like, bro, I want art. I want more art, and I want to make more art, and that shit inspires me.
Keyword make.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, we've been making art. We've got art on the way.
Big time.
I just want to talk about it. I really want to talk about it. There's so many things. Like, I don't even think you guys understand. Like, when this thing drops, like, we're gonna have like weeks of talking to do,
dude.
Because there have been things happening just right behind the camera that you guys don't know about.
Big things.
I was watching an episode from like a year ago.
I do that all the time.
It's kind of fun. And I was watching it, and it was the first episode we did in this room. And I was designing some things at that time. Oh, look, there's a guy on the phone.
Hello, guy on the phone.
Pretty hot. So, yeah, I was watching this episode. It was the first one that we did in this room, and I literally said, I was like, "This looks nice. I don't think we probably won't do it here every time, but it's it does look nice."
It was at the Shuni house.
Yeah, and then I was talking about put it on airplane mode, bud. Oh, we got some people trying to.
Yeah, it was constantly at the Shuni house, and then. I don't know, the greenery sold you?
I mean, dude, I love the greenery, and I was watching
it sold me.
When I looked at it, I was like, is there less plants now than there used to be? Because it looked like there were, like, the plants were thriving much more in the beginning, I'll be honest. But
yeah, a little bit. I don't know. I mean, we definitely got more plants over here we can add.
I mean, I've been talking with Cole about going to this place that sells like exotic plants, and I've been wanting to go there with him so we could pick out some things for the studio. We moved a couple of the decorations so people could see it because my big ass head was blocking a lot of them. We have this Coca-Cola phone that we acquired somehow. We have a shot glass, and this is just a small little detail. We have a little race car.
Yeah, we can put that there.
We got a race car.
My big ass head's blocking the popcorn.
I think the popcorn at least shows through sometimes though, but like. Do with it what you will, and that bird has stuck around. But yes,
bird with a crown.
What should we get into just right off the bat here? I mean, I'm going to tell you guys a story, and Marquise was a part of the story, so he can certainly tap in, and I might even do a second story. So this is a bit of a story time episode.
All right, story time.
But I'm also wanting to talk about this missing submarine. Do you know about this?
Oh, yeah, I heard a little bit of that. Dude. And the creator of it, or what was he? The CEO of it, of the submarine or something?
What about him?
He was on there.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I did my research, right? Because I wanted to talk about it, and I thought, well, I was writing down these
Whatever
notes,
that word is.
which not to get too off track, but I was thinking about this the other day. Like, we have all these guests that want to come on. That's been doing lovely, and we're very happy with it.
It's freaking awesome, honestly. Thank
People have been reaching out. They want to come on. We've
Yeah.
had guests on in the past. And I was like, dude, I'm not like an antisocial person, but like I get nervous at like meeting new people.
This has definitely helped, big time.
Yeah, it's helped me, but then I'm like, wait, is it because I have this book? And I'm like, wait, so like if I go like the next date I go on, should I just like bring this fucking book?
Just whips
like,
out the
do
pug
research.
book.
So I wanted to talk to you about what's your relationship like
Bro,
with your father?
You have the key right there. It's kind of hard to get anxious when you can just whip it open and just go off the book.
I know. I mean, I was joking about it in my head, but at a certain point, I was like, well, maybe it's not so weird to like kind of prepare for
No,
like a social
think
interaction.
A lot of people, I feel, prepare in a way.
But like if I'm on a
For a
bar, like and somebody starts a conversation with me,
Well, if you're talking
particularly a pretty lady,
Okay.
I crumble inside.
Well,
I'm
that's
like,
on the spot. You're talking about like setting. I'm talking about like
Yeah.
doing the podcast.
No, it
or,
is
like,
different.
Doing a song. I mean, yeah, there's like freestyling, but
I can't freestyle conversations. I cannot do it. And sometimes I think I got some sort of riz, and then like almost all.
you
Oh
hear
my
the
God.
fly.
Dude, this is a battle that has been happening for the past
Bro, it
24
flew
hours.
across
I tried to
face.
kill this fly. There's a fly flying around the room. I tried to
said
kill
fry.
him last night. It was like, have you seen the episode of Breaking Bad where, probably not,
You're gonna
but there
hate
was an
me, but-
episode where he's in the meth lab and
Okay.
there's he's like, his whole life is like crumbling around him. And they choose to make this whole episode about him trying to catch this fly. And that's what I felt like. I was like, dude, because it's this fly that's in here. It's probably the same little guy. He's the loudest buzzing
It is
fly.
loud as fuck.
I was like over here thinking like, did he get a hold of some cocaine and he just like
Cocaine
Rev
fly.
up.
The new one. It's a series. The cocaine.
that's better than Sharknado. But yeah. So I was trying to kill this fly so hard, and now he's back.
Nice bag.
I was trying to whip him out of the air with a t-shirt.
Oh, t-shirt.
Because it gets a large amount of area, I
I
thought.
guess. Yeah.
So I was like whipping it at him, and there was a point where he was flying, and then I whipped it, and then I stopped hearing him fly as loud. And so I was like, did I clip him?
Oh.
And then so I went back to playing my game, and then I hear zzz, and I'm like, God damn it. But anyway, we'll ignore the fly for now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Welcome back to the Scheuneman Show.
that episode I do recommend. If you don't even really need to watch the series of Breaking Bad to, and by the way,
I got into it a little bit, but then
everybody's always said I said it weird. I don't know if I still do, but my mom always gives me a hard time because apparently I say Breaking Bad or like I say breaking in a weird way. But
King.
anyway, you can enjoy this episode of him trying to kill the fly without watching the rest of the series
Okay.
because he's just in a meth lab trying to strategically murder this fly.
Just in a meth lab trying to kill a fly.
And I'm almost positive the entirety of an hour-long episode is him trying to do that.
It just keeps like fucking with him. Like,
Yeah, he
causing-
tries all these
annoying
different
him.
ways, and
Okay.
like he's like, by the end of it, he's like losing his mind about it, and like,
Is it fucking up the meth, or is it like?
well, in his mind,
so-
there's all you could get deep into it because there's all these problems going on in his life, and he feels that. I think it has something to do with him controlling this fly can give him some sense of control in his life.
Yeah, like
That's like
ignore the
everything else.
the
The cartel that's trying to cut your
yeah,
penis off. So I think, but he excuses it in his head by saying like, if this fly gets into this batch, it'll like contaminate it. But in reality, it's like I don't think meth heads are gonna freak out about a fly in their meth. I'm sure there's been much worse in their meth.
Yeah.
But geez, that was a real
Meth talk.
entanglement we got into.
But it's
What was
because
I
of
even
Breaking
discussing?
Bad. It's a movie or a show.
Yeah, the
Show,
movie's
show.
pretty good too.
There's a movie version?
movie, yeah, it's like a epilogue.
I remember watching the real Walter White on YouTube, like the little documentary.
Yeah, I've seen that too. got these new mugs, by the way. What was I discussing before the fly interrupted? The submarine.
Oh yeah, submarine. Yeah, yeah.
So
I
there's
don't know
this.
much about it, but I learned a little bit from this guy that came into my work and started talking to me about it.
Oh, this guy.
Missing for what, like an hour and a half?
Okay, so as of now,
or
for those who
gone.
don't know, there's a submarine that was touring the wreckage of the Titanic, and
Which costs $250,000.
yes, it's like billionaires on board.
Yeah.
And it's like this little submarine, and it goes down there with rich folk, and they look at like, the sunken Titanic, and they tour it around and everything.
Yeah.
And by the way, as I was doing my research, I found out that this is not the first time that a submarine has gotten stuck by the Titanic wreckage, which, okay, it's cursed. Like, it's cursed, guys, so stop going to the cursed water. Yeah, but like back in the day, there was this submarine that went down to do like the first news report about the sunken Titanic, and they were the first to do it. And they went down there to do it and got sucked in this undercurrent, and then got wedged in the rotor of like the propeller thing
Of the Titanic?
Yeah, and they were stuck for like an hour, and it was pretty gnarly, but they managed to weasel their way out of it. But so this submarine, full of rich people, it went missing. They lost contact with it, right?
Yeah.
And so for the past few days, people have been talking all about it. When you guys are seeing this episode, we'll know what happens. Because they have 90 hours of air support, like oxygen.
Yeah.
And that's assuming nobody's panicking. Because if you panic, then you can take up the air quicker. So you got 90 hours, and as each day has gone by, Instagram has been taking it down. So like, it's like anxiety provoking. It's like, because it started with 90 hours. As of now, they're at like 15 hours. They have 15 hours left of oxygen, and then they're screwed. And you can't get it. You can't just like open the hatch of the submarine and leave, because it'll crumple. The water will come in like that, and you will die.
Yeah.
Your body will literally be ripped into shreds, as I understand, because the water pressure is so bad that if you let that into the submarine, you'll pretty much just like implode.
Holy shit.
So it's a bad situation.
Yeah.
But would you ever do that? Would you ever go into a submarine and go look at the Titanic?
I don't know.
Let me answer for you. No.
No.
Fuck that, dude. No, that's horrifying. Because that's a horror movie.
No, yeah.
If you get stuck, by the way, this is going to be a movie. They're going to make it a show or a movie or something.
Documentary type thing.
For sure, dude. You tell me you wouldn't watch that. A group of billionaires stuck in a submarine for fucking 90 hours.
So is anybody going down there to?
So they're like searching all over the place for this thing. Like they have.
It's not even is it?
They've sent out like, there's planes that apparently have the technology that can like try and pick up noises that are happening underwater.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that happened recently.
Don't they have like water drones and stuff though that can like?
Yeah, they're using all kinds of stuff like that. I think they're trying to send another little submarine to look for it, which would be, I mean, it's not funny, but it'd be kind of.
I don't know if that's a thing.
The phone is going off the hook right now. I put it on airplane mode.
Little water camera submarine thing.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking all types of ways for it. Because think about it. These are also not just your average everyday person. These are like CEOs of big companies. So like they're more interested in finding them, which is a sad truth about the world. But yeah, so recently, apparently there's these planes that are flying around that are trying to pick up underwater noises to see if somebody's like calling out for help, which sounds insane to me, but they said that they can do that. And apparently the rumor is they just recently heard like pounding. Like they think that somebody's in the submarine like smashing on the walls with a wrench or something. Because they picked up some noises. But it's pretty wild because a lot of people have theories that they're already dead and like somebody like screwed something up and they're just gone. And the other thing is I learned about how the submarine was like put together. It's like nuts and bolts, dude. It's
Wait,
like
what?
there's a video of the guy who built it or the CEO of the company literally sitting on the submarine. I think before they were about to leave, and he was talking about it, and he was like, what did he say? He was just talking about all the risks that there were with it and how they made it like very kind of cheap and like cut corners. And he was like, yeah, there's a big, huge risk that things could go wrong, but I'm an adventurer. Like, he was like laughing about it.
Jeez, bro. They didn't test it at all before? Or
I'm sure they tested it, but like, okay, I'll give you an example. Do you want to know how they control the whole thing?
How?
This is a perfect picture to put up. They use a Logitech game controller. Like a game controller. Like not even like a literal game controller, like an Xbox controller. It's not it's not a special kind or anything. They just synced the buttons up to do different things with the submarine, and they control the whole thing with that game controller. And in the video I was just talking about, the guy's like, yeah, we control the whole thing with this. And then they go missing.
Bro.
It's bad, dude. It's so bad. That would be so scary.
Yeah.
They said that they're so deep that it's like somewhere between 3 or 9 Empire State Buildings deep underwater. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Holy cow, dude.
Yeah, this morning, it's like 6 or 7 hours ago, they posted that they have 21 hours left. And that was 6 or 7 hours ago. So if they don't get found by the end of the day, pretty much.
Today,
yeah, they're like screwed.
Holy shit, dude.
So let's hopes and prayers out to the missing submarine billionaires.
Yeah.
But it's like a little thing too. Like, oh my god. So that's just wild. I would never go on. I don't want to be on a submarine because when you get stuck on that thing, like, yikes. Thinking about air consumption and being in a tight space and
Yeah.
And then I was listening to this Joe Rogan podcast, and he was talking to this guy that has been at space and super deep underwater.
Okay.
And he was pretty much like, which one is scarier to you? And the guy said underwater, for sure.
Straight underwater.
Because the views are better in space, but underwater you have literal monsters. Like, think about it. Like, he told the story about he was in a submarine as well, and he was doing like tests to see what they could do under there.
Okay.
And so he was like doing a medical procedure or like some sort of X-ray on this patient, and then he was
in the submarine.
Yeah, and he was streaming that video up
Oh.
to these other people on land, to like, show that they could do stuff like that underwater, I guess. And the video was like lagging by a second or something, and so he looked out the window and saw like a huge hammerhead shark and like screamed. But because of the lag in the video, the people that were watching from on land were like, "Oh my God, is the patient okay? Is the patient okay?" Like, they thought like her liver exploded or something. But
Yeah.
in reality, he just saw a huge shark. Because like we don't know anything about certain parts of the ocean. Like, there's creatures down there that we couldn't even imagine.
Yeah.
Like, the thing
We're
with
still learning stuff.
the lanternfish.
Yeah,
That's wild. See-through fish.
Have you seen the giant ass squid thing? With the
Oh
long-ass-
yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Fuck that. Fuck that. That thing is. These are perfect pictures, by the way. But like, yeah, that octopus is insane. It's like so long. And its legs are like all long and stuff. But like, dude, I wish I knew more about that. I feel like I saw a video of somebody like that was like swimming around down there, and he saw it and he started like freaking out. He was like, "No way."
What do you do? Do you just sit there and just hope for the best, or do you?
I don't know how predatory they are.
I mean, with anything though, that's just like scared. Do you just sit there and freeze, or would you try and swim away?
Well, with a bear,
You just gotta sit there.
Yeah, dude. Isn't that wild? Like, certain bears, like, if you have to like, like,
yeah, not even sit there, but like
have to
show that
flex
you're
on 'em.
bigger and badder
Yeah.
than the bear.
which is so ADHD, but I think it's so cool in Red Dead Redemption. If you if you see a bear in the wild,
Okay.
and it starts like running at you, they put it in the game that if you just stand there and just don't run, you just stand there, it'll leave you alone. It'll run up to you, growl in your face, look at you for a second, and then walk away.
That's actually sweet.
But
I
then if
love
you
the
run,
little details.
they'll attack you. Yeah, that game is amazing. It's so great. And I've been that's why see, that is exactly a perfect example of why I tell you to play the campaign.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that amount of detail is put into the multiplayer
at all. No.
But yeah, that big octopus.
I mean, it definitely does have its things, but the campaigns of any game, like I feel like that. I don't know, actually, not all games, but a lot of games, the campaign, there's way much more to do than.
Oh, there's a lot more to do, and there's also just they can load in so much more detail. The graphics are better, which is a weird thing, that the graphics would be noticeably better, but it's mainly because they can put in all these extra particles, because or whatever you want to call them, not particles, pixels.
Pixels,
Yeah, pixels, because like they can load.
Damn, we really froze on that.
Yeah. We can they can load in like the dust in the air or like the leaves blowing.
Rain.
Yeah, so shout out Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, that shit's wild, dude. Oh, and then there's like, speaking of underwater animals, like there's those like see-through fish. And I've always wondered, if you brought that up to the sun, would it just like not up to the sun, but like up on land and like had it.
Oh, it's behind you, bro. The fly.
But
yeah, there's videos of people catching these transparent fish.
Transparent or translucent?
No,
I think yours is right as well.
Fucking, they like you can see their organs.
Yeah. So would they burn? Like, you know what I mean? Like if you had it like up by the equator and you had it in like a little fish bowl. Would it like burn because they're
it's definitely getting hotter because covered in water. Anything that's like water attracts the sun more. But I don't know
that's
if
true.
Burn
because the reason why they're see through is because they're deep down in those trenches, so they don't even get light.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy thing is like
it just turns like fucking cream white when you pick it up. That'd be wild.
Oh my god! What if it just turns into an orange fish?
An orange fish.
Or a goldfish.
It's like an egg after you cook it.
It just literally just spawns a goldfish.
Seahorse.
Dude, I talked about the seagull egg, right?
Yeah, you did.
Bro,
I remember that.
I don't know if I said the same thing, but I can't get over the fact that, in Minecraft when you can you have the eggs.
Yeah,
where you can spawn
eggs.
something.
Yeah.
It looks like how a seagull egg would look in Minecraft, because it's like cement colored. It's like speckled like cement. It like
weird.
It even has those like gum like that gets on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And it gets walked over so many times that it just becomes a black like.
Oh yeah.
When you see like a smudge that's just pure black.
Yeah, okay.
Most of the time that's gum.
Ugh.
Oh god, how much money to eat that? As I've grown,
$1 billion.
I used to say like no to a lot of those questions, but as I've grown up, I'm like, I'll do it for $1 million. I would eat a black piece of gum.
When life hits you.
literally, when life hits you like a ton of bricks. Oh, dude, yeah, I would do that for $1 million. Cause no. Speaking of gum on sidewalks,
you're like, I'll invest that shit and make more. Huh?
Literally. Speaking of gum on sidewalks, you know what? In New York, there's a lot of news that I've been wanting to talk about on the podcast.
Dude, I've seen things that are just covered in gum because that's like walls and shit.
Yeah.
Like
Gum's the least of your worries in New York. Fucking needles and cockroaches, rats, and oh my god, dude! Shout out Subway Creatures, I think. It's an Instagram account that just posts crazy things people have seen in the subways of New York.
Okay.
And they repost them and everything, and you will see some wild shit in New York, dude. People with huge pythons on the train just wrapped around their neck.
Like fucking possums.
Rats running around. People dressed up as gorillas. All kinds of shit. But
no way.
what's that noise? That's not the camera.
Oh, that was my phone.
Oh, shit. But in New York, dude, they just released these vending machines.
Okay.
And so,
You
and
could
these,
buy a snake or something.
bro, no, even worse. They're like crackhead vending machines.
What do you mean?
They have Narcan in them. They have crack
Oh.
pipes. They have needles. They have condoms. They have, did I mention Narcan? Like,
No.
all kind. It's like to chapstick, condoms. I think I
Yeah.
said both those things.
Um,
But it's like for people to like be safer with their drugs because they can't, like, they have such a drug problem, such a homeless problem that they're like, okay, we can't stop it, but maybe we can make it less like hard to look at. So we'll
Okay.
keep people from dying.
yeah,
So
of
their
course.
thought
I see that
process.
sense with the Narcan and all that. But
Yeah. Dude, I was thinking about like if I was a tourist, like maybe not even from America or maybe from America, but like a tourist going to New York and it's your first time, I might get a thing of Narcan just as a little tourist thing. Like fuck a snow globe. Like
Oh my
bring a little
gosh.
Narcan back. But
Bro.
so yeah, they have like these smoker kits and it's like crack pipes and like a pipe cleaner for your crack, and it's pretty wild to me that like it's so bad there that they're just like, I guess we'll just help them.
I remember one time I had this fucking glass pipe and I used to smoke doobies out of it because it was just like easier to smoke doobies in a bowl. And fucking my parents,
Doobies out of a crack pipe,
I
Marquise?
guess, but my parents came in when I was younger and found that shit in my room and thought I was smoking crack. I also had these charcoal pills to like for brushing. Your
I think I
teeth and
remember
shit.
this. Continue.
And they fucking, I remember coming home, the bottle's sitting on the table. It's like, what the fuck is this? Is this speed? What the fuck are you doing? I'm
Dude,
like,
because
bro, this is charcoal. Like,
every parent's nightmare is to find their kid with pills, and then they find their kid with black pills. You know what I mean? Like just the blackest pills you can sit. They're like, God damn, what is this, bro?
This is fucking-
bro popping heroin or
bro,
something?
this is fucking tar.
Yeah, dude, those probably did look a little spooky. And then like, what'd you do? You just like, you're like, bro, this is for my teeth, dog.
Yeah.
Wait, so if it's a charcoal pill, I don't get that. Cause do you suck on it or what?
No, you break
'Cause it
the
is for your-
capsule open and then you put it on the toothpaste.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 'cause I remember when you were in that, like when you used to brush your teeth with charcoal and shit.
Yeah.
Um,
I found out like most of that shit's like really bad for your like enamel or
Oh, really?
Say that word?
enamel, you got it.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask, like, does charcoal like not work? Because like I always hear people talk about it. But
mean,
then
it's
you don't really
good,
see
but,
people
like,
stick with it.
You can't overuse it almost.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to go to the dentist anymore. I hate it.
Yeah.
It's one of my least favorite things ever.
Oh man, last time I was at the dentist, I was like getting my teeth cleaned and stuff, and I think I was getting like a tooth filled or something like that. And like, you know how they fucking pick at it beforehand and all that shit?
Hate it.
Oh,
The
dude.
hooks.
They got like they numbed me up and shit and went to fill and all that shit, and like it didn't work, bro. Like I had to have a double dose, bro. I felt them just like scraping at my shit.
I hate it,
was
dude, because
horrible.
you see the tools they're using. They look like torture
I
tools.
was like, oh, the knee, and you're and
Tooth dust is like hitting you in the face.
and they take that sucker thing that fucking.
I don't
sucks
mind
the
that
saliva.
thing. I don't mind that thing. I wish I could bring one of them home. that would be bad, bro. I think that thing is so insane.
Oh,
Like,
dude, I'm bringing this up, dude. I remember when your brother bought you a fucking fleshlight, aka pocket pussy,
my
bro.
God, bro.
I remember we fucking threw that bitch at the wall.
Bro, let's tell this story really quick. So for Christmas one year, my great brother and co-founder of the
Great
glorious Scheuneman brand, Scheuneman. By the way, happy birthday to Colin.
Happy birthday, Colin.
This is late, but yeah, his birthday was yesterday as of recording this. He's 27 years old.
27. I thought it was 26.
That's what I thought too. I think this man's lying. He's
Uh,
probably adding a year to be like cool or edgy or whatever.
Nah,
Anyway,
he can't be that much older than us, dude.
27. He's 4 years older than me. So,
He was 18 when we were fucking like 14, 15.
yeah. Which is wild to think. Him
Yeah, yeah.
him being 18 is wild. He's had He's had so many phases of like
Oh,
how
yeah,
he's
he does.
looked and been and
Yes.
everything, bro. It's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Because he's like almost like a shapeshifter. Like if you look at him in certain years, it's like, oh, is this the same person?
Yeah, I feel that.
You remember when he had a man bun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Anyway.
was like shaved on the sides, all black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to have like black hair, straightened hair.
I remember when he first started getting tatted, like on his chest and shit.
He went all in.
Bro.
There's always those people that like just dive into tattoos.
Oh, yeah. I
Just-
thought I was going to be like that, honestly.
I want to too, but like I'm kind of a pussy, but at the same time, like I'm definitely gonna get more tats. But I had so many stories. All right, first let's get this pocket pussy out of the way.
Okay, bro.
So yeah, one year he wanted to surprise me with a pocket
Big
pussy.
surprise.
I was like 16 or something, and so he got it to me for Christmas. Because when is there ever a better time to be opening a pocket pussy than Christmas morning?
No. Maybe Easter.
Yeah, Easter. You're gonna need a bigger egg. But
It'll be the whole butt and everything.
yeah, it's gonna be just hanging out the side. But dude, so he gets it to me, and I think like it was pretty funny, like opening it in front of the family and
Oh,
everything.
yeah, that's great.
But I remember being like, I'm not gonna use this. And then when that monstrous thing is just like hanging around your room,
Bro, don't even.
starts getting,
Don't even.
starts getting nighttime.
Don't even
It's lonely.
Oh my
Friends aren't
god.
around.
That shit was covered in hair after the end of it, though. You do it so many times.
Well, dude,
on the wall.
Cause like I was like, all right, fuck it. I guess I should just
You said
try
it
it.
gets lonely.
I should at least try it, right? And so, and this was like nothing special. This isn't like what they have today, kids. Like this was just a literal like cylindrical pussy.
I think I remember the box.
I don't remember the
It
box.
was like
but I don't-
18-year-old college
my
girl.
18-year-old college. Oh my god, this is horrendous.
Should I cut that out?
No, you're fine. So, So this thing, it was the noises that this thing would make was horrendous. Horrendous, dude. And the cleanup factor.
You open that shit up around your parents, and then late at night they just hear.
They're like, what the hell is Colin thinking? My boy Julian would never get into those horrendous acts, and then
Just like
3 in the
when
morning.
Colin's getting his hair cut and we heard you fucking clapping cheeks upstairs.
Dude,
the
that-
whole floor is boom, 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 boom.
That scenario has been reversed many times.
I was just trying to see, like, watch Colin get a haircut, and that shit was funny.
Yeah. So yeah, that thing, it got used like a couple times, and I just remember being like, I can't do this anymore, dude. I was like, this is dark.
Fuck it, it's going on the wall.
The smell of the lube,
Bro.
it was bad, bro. I hate lube. I hate it. But so yeah, and we ended up just throwing it around the room, and like it would stick to the walls and shit and roll down. Not stick to the walls because it was like covered in cum or something. Get your mind out of the gutter. No, it would stick to the walls. 'Cause it was made of a material that was already kind of sticky.
Yeah. It's like throwing a noodle at the wall.
And it ended up, I don't know where this thing went, but the last thing I remember doing with it was opening my dad's window in his room and then just slamming the window down onto the pocket pussy. So like, it was just a pussy hanging out of his window.
He probably picked it up. It's like, what the fuck is this?
It smells like.
I used it a
smells
couple
like
times. Never mind. I didn't even want to talk about that.
All right, dude.
This is going too far.
Dude, so they have like crazy. Sometimes I feel like I committed a crime because there's videos on my Instagram feed that'll be like, throat sucker 9000, fucking squirters in the throat.
What have you been
Like,
looking up, bro?
no, I don't look them up, dude. It's just
Throat
there.
squirter.
Like,
What
they
the fuck is
they
that?
make like pocket pussies that are like just the mouth and throat of a girl, and it's like, dude, this is serial killer shit. This is actual serial killer shit.
Oh my gosh.
There's like fountains that you can like plug in and just like sprays water and shit. Like it's weird, dude. Sex robots.
Oh yeah, wasn't that gonna be like the new thing? Or is it
Bro,
the
if
new
they
thing?
can perfect sex robots, we're all screwed. That girl looks weird outside. Anyway,
Person walking their dog.
around the time of the pocket pussy era, I'll take you back to a bit of a story that I had. And we've told bits of this story, and I'll just say this may or may not have been me. It could have been a story I heard. The people in this, names have been changed to protect the innocent, all that
I
stuff.
think I might know what you're talking about.
Well, there's plenty of stories that we could tell, and I've been holding on to a lot of stories.
Is it the break-in?
Ooh, which break-in? Oh no! Those are good stories.
Bro,
too.
you used to pin that on me so much,
because
bro.
I literally would be, bro. High school sucked. I would have people like telling me.
I definitely came
Your
over
best
here.
friend robbed you. It's just insane. Meanwhile, it was like my ex. I think
It was.
Yeah, it was insane. No, so there's so many stories that we're gonna tell in the future of this podcast, but I'm trying to figure out the legality of some of them, and
yeah.
But there's one that's pretty. It's just funny. It's not like scary to tell, but it's pretty crazy. So I'll change a couple names. It may or may not be true, but
Definitely change names.
So it all started when we were about like 15 or 16.
Oh fuck!
At the peak of like when we were skating around and just
we were wild,
fucking around all the time. We were skater kids, and we were always looking for a place to hang out, a place that we could like smoke, a place that we could just like kick it.
Yeah.
An open house. And then my mom is telling me, she's like, I'm about to go on vacation. Now, I'm telling the story, don't freak out because I'm not focusing on the part that you're probably going to think that I'm going to focus on. But this is a story of when a couple people I knew, me or I don't know, I don't think Marquise was there. Wink. But no, so she's like, yeah, I'm going on vacation. So I'm going to be gone for the week. So you're just going to be staying at your dad's house. And because I would hop to and from houses because I'm a child of divorce.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right. And it didn't hit me at first, but then eventually I was like, oh, there's an open house and we can get in. And I ended up getting a hold of like the garage code or something. And so for like a week, me and my friends would like sneak in. We would go in there and like just hang out. It started just like hanging out and chilling without like having to worry about parents and shit. But then we would like party and shit, raid the fridge, all kinds of shit. And we did that for like all week. Yeah. And we would like tell one parent we were going to this house, tell the other parent we were going to the other house. And so we would just like invite friends over. And then I remember one time in the middle of the week, we were over there and I think it was just me and one other friend. And The Purge.
Yes, I remember this.
The Purge had just came out.
Yeah.
So the first movie had just came out, and then it sounds like I'm making this up, but I swear to God I'm not. We were there at like 12, like midnight, and it's just me and another friend, Marquise maybe, I don't know. So we're sitting there, and I think we had been like talking about The Purge or something. And there had been rumors that like people were gonna start like doing a real life purge, like just on some rebellious anarchy shit. And so we were like talking about it, and then I go on my phone and I find this video, and it's like from that night, and it was like from a state over in a small town. It was like a police dispatcher call. This guy, like a group of people had done like some sort of purge, and they started like stabbing people in a courthouse, and like just was going wild. And you like watched all this video and shit about like what was going on. People were like purging. It was weird, and we were alone in this house, and we weren't supposed to be there. And we were. I just remember us being like, "Holy shit! Is there like actually about to be?" We were young kids. We're like, is this actually about to be some crazy purge right now?
Yeah.
Because we were hearing all these police calls from around the country of like people murdering people. And like literally they were calling it like the purge.
I also thought someone called and was like, yo, this shit's happening. Like,
Yeah, I think like my brother called me or something, was like or maybe it wasn't my brother, but somebody called us and was like, "Yo, people are dying in the streets."
Yeah.
And like we were freaking out. We're like, "What is going on, bro? We got to stay
We're
inside."
fucking kids, bro. We're like, bro, what the fuck is going? Well, teenagers, like, bro.
Yeah, it
what
was
the
like
fuck?
I think it was just us two.
Yeah.
And we were just at that house alone, which was like kind of new to us at that age.
Do you remember the clown thing that went on? Like,
Yes,
you were
dude. It was
spotting
around
clowns?
that era too. I think
Yeah.
that was like the next year. Like back when clowns would just like start terrorizing people and
Yeah.
like find people in parking garages and like chase them.
Yeah.
So just we were hearing all these weird like police reports about purge related activities. So we were all spooked that whole night, just staying in the house. And that happened one night. So fast forward like to like one of the last days we were gonna get this house. We were hanging out there, and we made up our minds that we wanted to try and have like a bit of a party.
Mm-hmm.
And so me and a couple other people got a bunch of friends together, and we started like inviting people over. And I got there like a little later in the night. Other people were already there when I got there, and so we were just like smoking this house out, and it was going like it was really fun. We were just like eating everything in the fridge, and at this point I'm like, damn, I think I might have to like I'm really gonna have to do a lot of cleanup to not get caught for this, because this was like I hadn't been like really in trouble for anything yet. Like I hadn't gotten caught on anything big at this point in my life. And so I was like, shit, I'm gonna like really have to like do some work to like make it look like we were never here.
Of course.
And so we had this party, and I mean, not much to say about that. I mean, we were having a good time. And then people, like other friends, like family friends started to leave. And then it was just me and my friends. And then, so like pretty much it's like that night. And long story short, there was like this, this is where people's names start getting protected for the innocent. But to explain the craziness of this night, there was like I was there with my girlfriend and a bunch of friends, and with a certain friend, I had like in passing joked about having a train, and so long story short, because I don't want to harp on this part, I like halfway through the night ended up finding out that like in my point of view, my girlfriend had like cheated on me with somebody there. And so I was like, fuck. And I just started like freaking out and like crying in the bathtub. And this was like 3 a.m. And so like shit was like going down and a bunch of drama. And like we ended up just like staying up the whole night. And it was like the next morning, my girlfriend at the time needed to get to this like band meeting, and it was like early in the morning, like 8 or 9 in the morning. We had stayed up until like 6, and we were like, well, we can't go to sleep now. If you don't get to this band meeting, your like parents are gonna find out that you're not where you're supposed to be. Yeah. So we were like, we got to stay up to get you to this meeting, and we were like, fuck. And so come like 7 in the morning, it's like a hour and a half walk to get to this place.
Jeez, that's.
And so we start walking at 7 in the morning, just me and my girlfriend. Keep in mind, I had been like, we had gone through like the whole phase of like finding out about this shit and then freaking out, getting into a fight, getting all emotional about it, and then coming back together and kind of like you know, getting that all back situated. And so we're walking and like everything's all right, and we're just like kind of joking around, and we get like 20 minutes into the walk, and then she's just like, fuck this, I'm not going. And I was like, I thought you had no choice but to go or else we're fucked. And she's like, no, I have an idea, I'll figure something out. And because we were just exhausted, and we're like, all right, fine. And so we turn back and go back to the house and pass out. And then when we wake up, we have calls from like everybody's parents. Like everybody is losing their fucking mind because they're like, where is she? They knew that me and her hung out all the time. They were a little weary of me, like all types of shit. So like they had already gotten to the phase of like calling me, and parents are freaking out, threatening police to pull up.
Jeez.
All this shit, but they don't know exactly where we are. And so everyone's freaking out, and we had just woken up, and I'm like losing my shit. Like there's like a whole mess in the house. Like there's food that's like empty in the fridge, and I'm like, dude, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Like I'm thinking cops are gonna be here any second. And so I remember us like going to run out the back door because we thought cops were on the way. And so we run out of the back door of the house, and we're running through the woods. And I don't know what exactly happened, but like we get like we stop in the middle of the woods in the backyard because I had this like big woods in the backyard, and we were like, what are we doing? Like what do we do right now? And my girlfriend was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna like you like go walk to one of your friends' houses. I'm just gonna turn around and like face whatever is pulling up to the house.
Jesus.
And so I think I ended up just like walking back with her to the house, and then it's like her mom. And her mom's there, and I'm just like, And she's like, what the fuck did you just do? She was supposed to be here. What have you guys been doing here? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to call your mom. I was like, And I was freaking out. And she gets picked up. I'm getting screamed at. And then word gets around, and my parents start losing it on me. They're like, what the fuck did you do? Like, you're like.
Was the place even cleaned at all?
No, not at this point. Not at this point. And so they were like saying like, you're grounded for the summer, you're fucked. I was like, this was like the first time I really got caught for some shit. And so I was like, I'm sorry, I just wanted to have a good time.
I just wanted to have a good time. Damn, why do you fault me for that?
You don't understand. It was scary. The purge happened.
Exactly.
All this shit. And so, long story short, I just ended up like getting in so much trouble for this crazy week. But there were times where we were like going through the change jar to go get snacks at like 4 in the morning. We would go skate around. I remember we would make pizza rolls and arrange them in like a dick shape. We had so much fun at that house, but it was just wild.
It was wild.
And then there's this. I don't know if I want to say this other story. Well, first of all, let me take a little break from story time and touch on a couple of these other topics.
Okay.
So I wanted to shout this out because I think this is insane. So shout out Ladies Love Lonnie, right?
Okay, yeah.
Lonnie, he's a party promoter, does his thing and does it well.
Of course.
Pulls everybody out for these big events and shit. He's known in Columbus, getting his name known in Atlanta as we speak. He's in Columbus right now, and he just hooked up this deal with Zumbizi Bay.
Oh, I saw that.
For a fucking pool party. And like, for people who don't know, Lonnie puts on like club bangers.
Yeah.
Like he like gets the city like popping at these parties.
Big time.
And they turn up. And I'm just looking at this flyer for a Zumbizi Bay party. I'm like, they're about to turn that place upside down, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even understand how he got it worked out. I don't know who he talked to. But the fact that he's got like his own party going at Zumbizi Bay, which is like this huge water park here, is insane, dude.
Dude,
like,
that'd be lit as fuck.
There's going to be so many solo cups in that wave pool. Like, dude, they're going to turn up. And I don't know why I wanted to bring it up so bad, but I was just like, bro, first of all, I would love to show
do that,
up.
Bro. Let's throw a fucking big ass Zumbizi.
That'd be sick, dude.
That'd be sweet, bro.
Imagine if we do like a swimsuit collection.
That would be
like,
sweet.
Release it at Zumbizi Bay with this huge like event.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, like he's like having this party at Zumbizi Bay, and like I don't know too many details. I know you can get your own like what do they call them? Not a canopy, like your own little section, and you can like rent them out and shit. And I'm just like, bro, that Zumbizi Bay is gonna be lit on this day. And so shout out to that. Go if it's not too late, which I think it is, because this will release like after it's happened. I think it happens on like the 24th. But yeah, it's gonna be wild. Zumbizi Bay, Lonnie's party, and then he has an after party afterwards. It's
wild,
bro. There's gonna be girls twerking in the pool, and it's gonna get so wild. I just remember seeing it and being like, you're throwing a party, like one of your parties at Zumbizi fucking Bay, dude? That's wild.
I just want to get lit and go in the water, bro, and just fucking float.
Right, dude. I haven't been to the pool yet this summer.
Neither have I. That's where I want to go.
Yeah, we gotta get there, dude. So shout out Lonnie. Hopefully he'll be coming on the show soon. I think we've spoken a little bit about that. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Wink, wink, wink.
So another thing, I've been seeing. Oh, bro, this is so blast from the past, bro.
What?
Did you hear about Smosh?
Yeah. Oh, they bought
They bought the fucking rights back to Smosh.
Yeah.
And it's, if anybody is not like under a rock for their whole life, like
that's a childhood
and
fucking
YouTube heyday, like when YouTube was popping off.
Oh yeah.
Very first, Smosh was this like YouTube account that would do like skits and jokes and like just all kinds of shit. And it was like two best friends just like doing their thing, and they were like big YouTubers, and it was one of the first YouTubers I started getting into as a kid. And they like, I remember watching a ton of their shit for a while.
Me too, yeah.
And then they just kind of dropped off the face of the earth, it felt like.
They split up.
Yeah.
Like they stopped.
Because it was like two best friends, and now they're like back
they're
together,
back,
hanging out and shit. And I watched the video of them announcing it. I was like, bro, it is so wild to see both of them growing up and like talking about doing it again.
Bro, that's wild, bro.
It's so weird because I didn't know like the whole behind the scenes shit. Like they sold the rights to it, and then
I wonder what they're
Mythical
gonna make
Morning bought it. Did you know that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Good Mythical
That's
Morning.
one I grew up on big time. Rhett and Link. Oh yeah.
For me, Good Mythical Morning was way after Smosh, though. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't get hip to Good Mythical Morning until like years after Smosh.
Well, before Good Mythical Morning, they were making funny skits and music videos and stuff like that. And I remember.
Yeah. Dude, I got so like one of my first like YouTube addictions was watching Smosh Eats, I think. They would go and get lunch together at these different spots. I literally want to go watch those videos like today. I used to watch the fuck out of these videos. I don't know why I loved it so much, but it was just two best friends going to different spots and eating lunch and then rating
their skits. They're so funny.
I know, dude. I'm going to turn one of those videos on. Smosh Eats, I think. I hope they're still up. They would like go, even them just going to like Wendy's.
Yeah.
And then they would get a bunch of food, eat it, and like joke around the whole time and then rate it afterwards. I loved those videos. And then I got into
like real game things.
Smosh Gaming.
Yeah.
Oh, and then they had they had an app. Like they were popping.
Yeah.
I think they had a movie at one point.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah.
In the video they talk about it. They're like, yeah, dude, when we were like at the peak of it, because they explain how they were doing their own thing, like making videos themselves, and then they got approached by this company that wanted to like buy the rights to it and then like let them do their stuff but at a higher level.
Okay.
And so I keep hearing that noise and thinking it's your phone charging over there, but it sounds like it's a camera.
Yeah.
But so they were like doing their thing but at a much higher level, and then they just started to lose the passion for it. But they were talking about like at their peak, they had like an app that was out, like a game app. They had like a movie, 2 magazines, like 4 YouTube channels. Because they had Smosh Gaming that I used to watch all the time. I used to watch that shit a lot. But it's just crazy. I was like, wait, what? Like Smosh. The idea of Smosh being back.
It's wild.
Yeah. And I saw it last night at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, really?
So it was weird. So shout out Smosh.
Yeah.
I wonder what their first video is going to be.
It's going to be so different.
But you can tell like they're adults now and they're not going to act like they're still kids. Because in the video where they talked about coming back, there's a part where one of their moms comes in and like kicks them out of the room and is like, "Are you guys done yet, you fucking cucks?"
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh my.
I don't remember Smosh super clearly, but I know that they weren't like dropping cuck.
No, they weren't.
So I was like, oh, so it's gonna be a little edgier for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they're probably gonna be catering to the people.
Didn't one of them have a podcast or something?
Oh yeah, Anthony Padilla or something. Yeah, he had a podcast. He had this one artist on that like didn't show his face, and like he had this like digital artwork of himself, and he never showed anything other than that.
What?
And he had him on the podcast that he had, and he was like talking about how he doesn't show himself at all because he's like dying of some rare disease. It was like a really weird. It was like the only episode I've seen of his podcast, but I was like, whoa, what?
Might have to check that out and see the podcast or that episode.
Yeah, he has some cool tattoos, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Anthony
tatted.
has like these like I don't even know what it is, but it's just like these little dark fucking lines going down his hand. I kind of fuck with it. But yeah, it was Ian looks so different, by the way. I don't know if you watched the video. Ian looks so different. But that was just a blast from the past.
It'd be exciting to watch.
Wild.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. It'd be fun. So long ago, dude. I remember watching them a lot.
I know, dude. It's actually so weird. Like
It
like that's like a part of my life that feels like a different lifetime.
Yeah.
Like that was before I was smoking weed, I think.
Yeah.
That sounds so stupid for me to be like, that's like so long ago. It's like before I blew down on dope. Like, but yeah, like I had probably just started smoking weed when I was watching Smosh Eats.
Dude, there were so many other people I'd watched too. There's this dude. He used to have the multiple people like Scheuneman and all that. Fuck.
I remember epic rap battles.
I remember epic rap battles.
That shit's crazy.
Fred.
Fucking Hitler versus Stalin.
Oh my gosh, this is epic rap.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his
Vanos
name,
Gaming.
bro?
Shit, what was I gonna say?
I think it was. I don't
Bro,
know. It's not hitting me.
not to go. Okay, one last thing. I got sucked into YouTube the other day, like hardcore. I think I told you about this, but like I've never had a YouTube
video you
trick
sent me
so bad.
Yeah.
Bro. So MGK has this movie out called Taurus. I remember when it was dropping and I was like, oh, I might see that. I don't know. But it was out. Honestly, I watched the movie. Well, that kind of spoils the story. But after seeing what I did of the movie, I feel like a dick, kind of. I'm sorry, MGK. I grew up listening to MGK a lot, but I also grew up loving Eminem. And so when they beefed, I picked a side hard. I was like, fuck MGK. I never loved them. But now, no, I mean.
A lot of things changed with him after that, too, because he started changing his flow and all that.
He's back to rapping now.
Yeah, he's back to rapping, yeah.
But shout out MGK. Because, okay, what happened was I'm sitting, this is like 2 a.m.
Okay.
I'm thinking I'm about to go to bed, and I'm just scrolling through YouTube. I don't usually get stuck in the reels, but I got stuck in the reels, and then I got out of the reels, and I'm like just scrolling, and I see this video, and it says Taurus full movie, and I was like, I mean, I'm not gonna watch a 2-hour long movie.
It's 2 hours? Okay.
It's like an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah. Well, yes.
And so I'm on my phone and I click on it. And I was like, I'll just like skip a few seconds in because I kind of know what it's about. I kind of want to see like a scene or something. So I just skip in. I click the video and I go like 3 minutes in and I start watching. And I did not put my phone down until the movie was fucking over. It sucked me in, dude. I probably only skipped like 5 minutes of the movie.
That's how you know.
And so I was like, damn, I actually really like this movie. And it's pretty cool. Like, it got me again. It's about like, it's kind of a combination of like MGK's real life mixed with like Mac Miller and Juice WRLD.
Oh, shit.
So it's like MGK, super famous. He's Cole in the movie. Like, so it's kind of like still him. But it's like him famous, but like super addicted to drugs. Like super addicted to drugs. And
so it's like the start of everything almost, like before the.
Well, no, in the movie he's like really famous.
Oh,
like from the beginning of the movie, he's like living in a mansion, like in Hollywood Hills.
Oh, okay.
So, but it's like. One of the opening scenes is he's like nodding off in the pool, like
damn,
like
bro,
falling into the pool, falling asleep. His kid comes out with his like assistant or whatever, and she's like, "Cole, are you okay?" And he's like, I'm fine. Like he's like a super fucked up, like falling into the pool, like soaking his face, and he's like, "You want to come swim?" And she's like, "Dad, it's like at 2 a.m." And he's like, okay, well, just come swim. Like, he's like all fucked up. And and they're like his assistant's like, all right, well, we're gonna get you back to bed. Your mom's coming to pick you up in the morning. And he was like, I thought she just got here. And she's like, no, your kid's been here for a week. And then like the assistant leans down to like calm the kid down, and she's like, aren't you so happy you got to spend so much time with your dad? And she's like, I did. And like, so he's just fucked up, like right in the beginning of the movie, and just like, and so they like take the kid off, and it's really crazy. It's a pretty good movie. So go watch Taurus. You can get like the full movie for free on YouTube if you can find.
Which is sweet as fuck.
Yeah, I know. And then also it kind of makes you feel shitty because it's like about him as an artist and like him like kind of wanting to be like a little more respected. And then you're watching a movie that's like totally pirated.
Yeah.
Like he should be getting money for me watching this movie.
Yeah, for sure.
But still, it's a good movie, so go check it out.
I mean, in some way, he should be getting revenue from the.
I mean, he's definitely not. He didn't get anything from me watching it because it's just some random account that pretty much like recorded the movie.
Damn.
But it was a high quality recording.
Oh shit.
But like everybody in the
he
comments
put it on
was
there.
like, "This is a masterpiece. This is fucking art. This is true life." Like all kinds of shit. Be ready for a sad ending.
I'm ready to watch it now.
Yeah, you should watch it. I mean, I want to prepare you. Like, it's funny and like fun at certain times, but it's a very dark movie, mostly about like drug addiction. So if you're into that kind of thing, and like him being famous,
there's a song he came out talking about drugs.
There's some
specific
banger ass songs in the movie.
Yeah,
like because he's an artist, so like it'll show him in the studio like recording songs.
Yeah.
And like there's a song that I literally was like, where can I find this? And I couldn't find it, but yeah, it's a good movie. But there's a scene where he's like performing at a concert, and it's like, oh, this was like a MGK concert he just brought cameras to.
Okay, yeah.
But it's like weird because like I wonder if these people knew that it was recorded for a movie, and like I wonder how.
Maybe it's just a snippet from there to make it.
It was like a good bit because there's like a scene from that performance where it shows him kind of just being like fucked up crowd surfing, and like you can tell he's acting as he's performing. Like he's performing his songs, but you can tell he's trying to be his character from that movie.
Oh, man.
And then you're watching it and you're like, oh, a lot of this probably definitely happened.
Yeah.
Like this is probably mostly true. Like he's probably had a time where his kid was with him and he was just gonzoed off fucking drugs. There's probably a time where he almost died. There's probably a time this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
So, and then as a fan of MGK, like I go back to like different phases he's had, and I'm like, oh, yeah, he was definitely on drugs at this time. How did I not notice?
Jeez.
And so it's wild.
He does have some good ass, like 2014, 15, 16 era. It was my favorite for music of MGK.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, there's songs that he has where if I go back and listen to it, it's like the music that you listen to and it brings you immediately back to a time.
I was listening to Smoke Again.
Smoking
Chance the Rapper.
That song is one of those. Do you what's it called? It's like he had a phase where he was releasing songs not officially but on YouTube.
I know Juice is a good one too.
Juice isn't great. I'm trying to remember what this song is called. It was like edited all blue like. It was right around the time he dropped A Little More.
I don't know. Fuck. I'd have to check it out.
But
let's see.
Yeah, Pressure just came out, and that's a good song. Ooh. And that's him like getting back.
Oh, you're talking about MGK?
Yeah.
Juice is Chance, the rapper.
Yeah, bro. Shout out Juice, dude. Oh, did you hear? Did you hear about YK Osiris?
No.
Do you know who YK Osiris is?
Yeah.
Okay.
He did Selfish.
Yeah, or something. I haven't listened to most of his music. I know he gets a lot of shit for Soul Train or some song like that, but I feel bad for him because he's like kind of the rapper that everybody makes fun of, and he's like really cringy. Like
he's the one that had to do something in front of Drake for like to pay off the debt or something like that.
Yeah, he had to sing one of the songs that people clown him for in front of Drake.
I think it was that song.
Yeah, Soul Train.
Okay.
Or maybe Selfish. Man, I don't know.
But
But he just got involved. He was already. I've kind of been watching from afar. Like he's kind of been on like a downward slope. Like he's like depressed. People don't really respect him as much, and like he's not doing so hot as an artist.
Okay.
And recently he was at this event, clearly probably pretty drunk. And there was like a lineup of speakers talking about this event. I think it was like a sporting event.
Okay.
One of them was this girl that's like hot. And he like walks, and there's a video of it. He walks up to her and he starts like flirting with her. And she kind of flirts back. And then he starts like rubbing her shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's pretty cringy. And he's like she's talking and like laughing, like you can kind of see she's uncomfortable as he's rubbing her shoulders.
Oh shit.
And then she's talking about she's trying to do her job at this event.
Yeah.
And then he like is rubbing her shoulders and looks down at her and goes in to kiss her, and he does that move where he like grabs her jaw. Like he's over her, grabs her jaw and is like fucking just really forces it in there.
Okay.
The whole time she's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like she's like, oh my God, what is happening?
Yeah.
And like laughing through the kiss. And then he's like kissing her multiple times. And it's like clearly forced. And then he's fucked up. So he like stops and walks over to one of his friends and like daps him up to try and like hide from the embarrassment. He's like laughing it off, trying to make it seem like, haha, just a joke. But you can tell he's like just runs over to a friend to try and get some source of like, back me up here, like dap me up so people think this is like just all a joke. But he's getting so shitted on because it was like a real rapey move. Damn. Like, and people not happy with YK.
I haven't seen that yet.
I'll have to show you the clip. It's pretty cringe. But that's a big scandal going on. Say something while I make a sip.
So yeah. While he makes a sip, I'm gonna say something.
Yeah.
You can't put me on the spotlight.
No, I feel you.
So new cups.
Yeah, no, we got the new cups. Dad felt that we were giving people too much promotion.
Too much. It's like never enough.
Just because I'm drinking a Mountain Dew on the fucking podcast doesn't like the.
Other people.
No, like drinks.
Yeah, I know.
It was like you're having these drinks on for free.
Yeah,
they should pay to be on, which is like okay, you have a point, but at our point,
I mean, we have done some free things for some.
That's true, but like
that's not a problem.
I don't expect to get any like any sponsorship from Mountain Dew anytime soon. Like
it would be dope, Mountain Dew. I mean, you should.
Yeah, or like, bro, I want us to get Liquid Death.
Liquid Death would be fuck. I have a case of that at home.
We need because I want to give them like kind of like a promo right now, but it's like. Once we have a certain amount of followers, like we need to really just be like Liquid Death, give us the sponsorship. You don't even really need to pay us. You can start with just sending us shipments of your water. Mm-hmm. Liquid Death is like this,
or like Alani, G Fuel, maybe Rain. We could do
Alani would be sweet.
C4, we could do.
Fuck C4. Nah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Some energy drinks just taste synthetic.
Yeah,
it just tastes like this was made cheaply.
Oh man.
But they have some pretty decent flavors, I'll give you that. I mean,
what is it? What are we drinking right now?
I'm drinking Mountain Dew Kickstart Black Cherry.
Black Cherry, that's what it is.
Bro, did you hear about we'll be what time are we at right now? We'll be probably closing it up in a second. I mean, there's the Apple software that's going to help you with your depression. There's
also the VR they're coming out with.
There's the Canada fires that are going on.
It's been wild smoke everywhere.
Turn New York orange.
Which
was insane. I saw so many fucked up memes. It was like Lizzo farted and turned the sky like orange or something. I was like, damn, bro. You know MSCHF, the people that
they make the craziest, coolest shit.
Yeah, I know. So I want to do. They
made the world. The newest thing I saw is like they made the world's smallest something.
That's actually what I was just about to say. The MSCHF is this brand that just always every piece they make is like supposed to be
Louis Vuitton bag. I remember
controversial or something. And so it's a microscopic Louis Vuitton bag.
Yeah, and they even have the Louis V's on it.
Yeah, it's like on his. There's a picture of it on his finger, and it's like it's like a
neon
speck.
Green.
Yeah. We'll put a thing on there. That's pretty crazy. Okay, we'll end on this. So Yeah, thank everybody for everyone's support
Thank you.
so far. That's
Yes.
been so amazing. Things have been going pretty smoothly
Yeah.
with the podcast. I mean, dude, there's a lot of brand things that are coming right around the corner, so we're super excited about that. So what we're trying to do is like kill it as much as we can with like what we have out right now and what we have with the podcast. And it's been cool to be having these like cool guests on. Like we just had Mazo on last week.
Yep. Big Mazo.
I scheduled like 3 to 4 guests yesterday because people are like reaching out to us now. That's been really cool.
That's awesome.
And
I'm psyched about it, bro.
yeah, I mean, I don't want to speak too soon or spoil it, but I mean, like we're probably gonna have Crash on again.
Okay.
He reached out to us.
That's fucking
which is
sweet.
I mean, hey, we grew up listening to Doobie and Crash. It's just like kind of trippy, and it's like in a matter of time, it'll be more and more people that we literally grew up looking up to, and we'll have them in the seat talking to them about their
calls
shit.
us up and they're like, "Hey, come to Los Angeles to come do it."
That'll be wild. Our first like flight that we have to take to do a guest, that would be crazy. So yeah, we have some really cool and exciting guests that will be coming on soon. So that's been super exciting. What I wanted to say was like, this fly is gonna die today. I'm gonna kill it, dude. But
what you wanted to say?
Yeah, dude. So Crash has been wearing the belt out like crazy, which is sweet because
freestyles with the belt on.
We don't ask him to wear this. Like he just throws it on. And it's like, bro, that's awesome. Like it's cool to see him wear it, but then like in the comments, like I've seen people being like, "Where can I get that belt?" Like, and then he lets them know where he can get the belt. Scheunemanbrand.com.
Fucking great, dude.
I know, dude. I got that happened on Colin's birthday when he posted the second clip of him wearing it. He wore it at the movie premiere of Her Way. He wore it at a concert. He wore it in a reel, and then he wore it in a second or third reel. So he's been wearing it like crazy.
Yeah.
And on a few of these reels, people have commented asking about the belt, and then he let them know where to get it. And I was able to like be like, "Happy birthday, Colin," and then send him like a screenshot of people being like, "Where can I get this belt? I love it." This one guy was like, "I've only ever had a Walmart belt, so I've always wanted to have like a really nice belt. Where can I get that?" But yeah, that's been super cool to see.
Very cool.
I don't know if I brought this up, but it's so depressing. Some guy tried to buy like a XXL Goose tee, and we're sold out. So it's like
there's more to come soon.
Yeah,
that's I think that's the big thing about it right now is like when this drop comes, bro, it's gonna be
shit's gonna be different.
Yeah.
Super exciting. But yeah, we literally emailed the guy. We're like, "I'm sorry, we're sold out in that size right now," which is happy to say in the first place. Like we're sold out of some things.
Yeah.
But we literally told him, we're like, we have a collection coming out soon that has all kinds of sizes in it.
Oh yeah.
So you'll be able to get something soon.
All kinds of designs.
Oh yeah. And it's crazy because like I'm trying to be low key about it, but I mean it's already like it's a known thing. Like there's a collection coming.
I mean, like I said in the beginning, you gotta expect that there's always going to be.
Oh yeah, of course. Because like I think people tend to forget. Like yeah, we have a podcast, but like it's an association with our fucking clothing brand.
Yeah.
But like this is just something we love to do, and it's another outlet for the creativity. It's also promotion, and I have so many people that I respect and think would be cool to have conversations with, and we get to do that through here and promote their stuff, give people a platform,
helping each other out and everything.
And then episodes like these are just amazing because it's like just an opportunity for me and you to kick it.
Yeah, and that's the best part about it.
Because we're goddamn busy motherfuckers, and it sucks, dude.
We just get to chill, talk about shit.
Yeah, dude.
In a way, not really chill because it's work, but like,
I mean, I enjoy it.
We don't get to chill as kids like we used to.
We need to, though. It's bad.
We're always working, trying to better ourselves, do better things in life, and
so help us get out of these shitty jobs that we have to work and get into this being a career, so we can be able to be creative only and make a living off of it, and then also be able to enjoy each other's company more, because these jobs are killing us and crushing our soul.
I guess, but we're trying to make this our career for sure. Like
it will be
our career, but In the meantime, we just have a lot of things we have to
It'll be our career
be
sooner than you
responsible
think.
for, and so it's
Yeah. No, but sooner
mumble
than you,
jumble or all over the place sometimes. That's the ADHD parts we talk about, but
we got to be ourselves.
we got to be ourselves.
Sooner than you think, we will be making a living off this, paying the rent with this.
Hell, we could be able to the day where we can just do podcasts all day, every day, whenever have shit packed. I think that's another
Create
issue.
clothes all day, every day. Do
Creating
podcasts.
clothes and all this shit.
Create
Creating
clothes
clothes
all
for
day, and then the
people.
next day we create
Bro,
podcasts all day.
The feeling of creation and then seeing someone love it, rock it out, enjoy the thing is just the best, like one of the best feelings.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it comes with the clothes and the podcast. People have been posting
Even
clips
with this, yeah.
of the Mazo episode. KB Films posted a big clip of the Mazo
shit.
episode. Shout out
That was
KB Films.
That was a great episode.
And
love
then
that episode.
a couple other people posted clips. It's like, holy shit, this is nice. I think we're up to like 120 now. It's been 24 hours.
That's
So,
big to us, man.
I
and
mean, it seems little in the grand scheme of things, but to us,
bro,
it's
you
like
gotta
that's
start
awesome.
somewhere, bro. This is like
Yeah. So this has been episode 68.
8.
68.
Yeah, we got it right this time.
Yeah. So this will be coming out when you see it. And we got some guests coming out next week.
Fucking guest coming out.
Stay safe, my guys. Be happy. Love your loved ones.
Always love you. Check out Scheuneman brand and show.
Don't pee on the seat. All right. Peace. Love you. Bye.
Bye.